going back to inspired intention, what is it that you want? That's always a good question to ask. Why are you on this journey? Because many people don't know that they're on a journey. I mean, I think we're all on a journey if we're human beings on this planet, but many people don't know that they're actually on a journey to consciousness or a journey of awakening or a journey to freedom. They're just, life gets quite busy and it's kind of one damn thing after another, isn't it?
For many people, life has been reduced to the mundane. It's been reduced to the struggle to survive today, to get enough to feed and to clothe and to house yourself. And that's a very poor way of living your life. Very, very poor way, because end of the day, it doesn't nourish your soul in any way. And it's definitely not the reason you came to this planet, this beautiful planet called Earth. And then when people have struggled and suffered and experienced a certain level of pain, eventually they get to the point of saying there has to be a better way. And the moment you really go into that depth of emptiness, saying that the old way of struggle and strife and the mundane is pretty meaningless to me, and you say there has to be something more, that's when the light of awareness comes in. So that's when the intention comes in, the intention for a higher purpose for your life, a higher calling for your life. So that's the first sort of part, is to have that sort of inner intention. And then we move into, this is really, really important, is commitment. One has to commit to the journey. So, even, for example, we ask the people who are doing our 13-week online Journey to Freedom course, we ask for a commitment. They actually have to sign a commitment
to themselves.
No one's going to check up on it, but a commitment to this transformational journey, commitment to do the work. And there's a beautiful quote, which we have here.
Which I'll read. Yeah, because the thing is, without commitment, you first of all have to know how important the journey is. So that's why that inspired intention, what do you want? So if you want freedom, then it's a commitment to that journey. And that's probably the most important commitment that you can ever make, although we don't think about it because we're too busy in our mundane lives to think about that. So it's to make a commitment because, we see it all the time in our own lives. If you commit to something and you stay with it, there's a good chance that it'll actually become something. And if you don't, it won't. And we see that all the time with people on our journey. The people that really go in with a commitment, with an intention, and they're actually committing to their own journey. They're not committing to us. They're committing to their own journey. They're the people that really transform.
Yeah, because they'll invest their time.
They're investing. Yeah.
They'll invest their time, their attention, and their focus in doing this transformational work.
And those are the kind of questions you can ask yourself. What do I spend my time on?
Yeah.
How much time do I spend on what I really want? So if you want freedom, what are you doing to find that freedom? And, what do you spend your time reading? What do you spend your time thinking about? What do you spend your time talking about? Because that's all that's going to give you an idea of what you're committed to, isn't it?
And one of the things that we've spoken about quite a few times on these satsangs is the split in the path. And the one path is marked fear and the other path marked love. And one of the most important commitment we can ever make is to the path of love, I feel. And it's not a case of, the Bible says something about you can only have one God. And I believe you can only have one path. You can either choose the path of fear, which is looking to external situations, circumstances for your fulfillment, or the path of love, which is very different, because the path of love, as I mentioned last week, doesn't have any promise. There's no promise in love ever. But magically, each and every step of your journey is looked after. And that's the path of love. And many people are in careers that maybe don't gel with their heart's yearning, but they go to work because of fear of not enoughness. That, I'm sorry, you are still committed to the path of fear. The path of love is very different. And we started this evening's satsang talking about trust. The trust and love they go hand in hand. And that is obviously quite a commitment to make. Commit to your blisses, as Campbell would have urged us, Joseph Campbell. Follow your bliss. That is love. And that's a good commitment to make. What have you got there?
So this quote was written by William Hutchinson Murray. It's often been attributed to Guti, but it wasn't him. It was actually this guy. And he wrote a book called The Scottish Himalaya Expedition. So he was a climber. He was a mountain climber. And it always comes to me, this quote, because it's so powerful. And I'm sure you've heard it, but if you haven't. Until one is committed, there is hesitancy, the chance to draw back, always ineffectiveness. Concerning all acts of initiative and creation, there is one elementary truth, the ignorance of which kills countless ideas and splendid plans, that the moment one definitely commits oneself, then providence moves too. All sorts of things occur to help one that would never otherwise have occurred. A whole stream of events issues from the decision, raising in one's favor all manner of unforeseen incidents, meetings, and material assistance, which no man could have dreamed would have come his way. Whatever you can do or dream you can, begin it. Boldness has genius, power, and magic in it. Begin it now. So that's just a beautiful quote from someone who's obviously climbed a lot of mountains, and the Himalayas is quite a climb. If you're going to Everest. So that's it. It's that moment that one's committed. But in order to be committed, you've got to know what you want. So if you want freedom, then what's your commitment to freedom? If you want love, if you want peace, if you want joy, what's your commitment to that? What are you prepared to commit to? Yeah. Maybe even sacrifice for that. Yeah. And it is true, in my life definitely, and in lives of many others, that once you commit, because we are energetic, there's an energy in commitment. There's an energy in it, and we are energetic beings. So once we commit, the energy moves with us. Wherever we place our energy, it flows. We place our focus and our intention on something, the energy flows in that direction. And that's what happens. I'm sure it's happened in most of your lives. You commit and suddenly things start to actually come together.
Yeah, for me, and there's two really important parts of this, and that's the opening line. Until one is committed, there's hesitancy, the chance to draw back. And the second part of it, or the most important part of it, is the very last line. Mm-hmm. It says, begin it now. And it's to realize now is all there is. There is only now. Commit now to your journey, to climbing this mountain. Commit now to the return to love, to freedom, to joy. Maybe it's even, you might like to even put the word God in there. For some of you, the word works quite well. It may be even a commitment to the divine.
Or
but make
sacred.
that commitment.
Yeah.
Make
absolutely.
that commitment. That's really important.
To beauty, what about that?
Yeah, commitment to beauty.
To beauty.
Yeah.